I am in shock. I am in shock. The Indiana Fever just beat the Aces. The first win for the Indiana Fever against the Las Vegas Aces since I was 22 years old. Aces MVP to refs, Fever's MVP, and Alyssa Smith. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
The Las Vegas Aces, the so-called unstoppable dynasty, just got humiliated for everyone to see. A 27-point beatdown? Check. Aya Wilson getting the whistle every time she wanted and still coming up short? Check. Chelsea Gray disappearing when it mattered most, despite all the talk about her being better than Caitlin Clark? Huge check. Wilson could grab players over the top and the refs let it slide, but even with all that favoritism, the Aces had nothing. Meanwhile, back in Indianapolis, a team was about to give her a lesson in what real basketball actually looks like.
And Aja Whistle Wilson, my God, you see how many free throws that lady have? Oh my God, on the stat sheet, she had basically 30 points, but all the free throws this woman got, man, they tried their best to keep the Aces in the game, man, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter, man. They destroyed the Aces. About freaking time the Fever finally beats the Aces, man, and without Caitlin Clark. You know,
that 81-54 demolition the Indiana Fever dropped on the Las Vegas Aces wasn't just a loss. It was a message. And the message couldn't be clearer. No amount of friendly whistles, no Aya Wilson heroics, and no recycled legacy hype can save you when a real team shows up to play real basketball.
This was a big win for the Fever because the Aces were the only team that they had not won at least one game to last season, meaning the Aces swept the Fever last season. They actually haven't won a game against the Aces in 16 games. And they did it without Caitlin Clark. This team is crazy. They are beating the #1 team in the league first. And then they go and beat the Aces, who they haven't won to in 16 games. And they did it without Caitlin Clark, which is just a testament to how this team is finally developing a rhythm.
Now let's break down that third quarter because this is where things got spicy. Lexie Hull, who's been grinding all season, puts on a clinic in fundamentals. She boxes out Aya Wilson flawlessly, textbook form, perfect positioning, secures the board just like you're taught in day one basketball drills. But then, here comes Wilson flying in from behind, reaching straight over her head and yanking it away. That's not hustle, that's a textbook over-the-back foul.
Decent amount of times, Aja Wilson, she got a favorable whistle in the second half, but it is what it is. Superstars get the whistle. Unless your name is, 29 points for Aja Wilson, 3 boards, 3 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 9 for 18 from the field goal, from the field, 11 for 13 from the free throw line. Look at the rest of her team. 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 6 points, 0 points, 4 points, 2 points, 3 points. Dana Evans, 1 for 10, Dana Evans. Oh my goodness.
Any basketball fan who's watched more than 5 minutes of the game knows exactly what that call should have been. Over the back. Indiana ball. End of discussion. But what did the refs decide? The jump ball. The jump ball. As if Wilson and Hull were somehow battling for equal position, when in reality, Hull had the board locked down and Wilson came flying in from behind with a blatant foul.
I don't know about frustrations boiling over as more to just like making a point. Well, Caitlin says she got me though, so. One more than that. She just got a bonus.
And by bonus, she was meaning the Commissioner's Cup bonus, which was $49 or $43,000 per player, because the prize pool was $500,000. And apparently, Steph White just was pissed about the officiating. I don't know if it was Aja Wilson's whistle or what, but
even the broadcasters were stunned. You could hear the hesitation in their voices as they tried to make sense of what just happened. The contact was way too blatant to be considered a 50-50 play. And yet, somehow, the refs twisted an obvious foul into a so-called neutral call that conveniently rewarded the very player who committed the violation.
The third. Like I said, the referees were starting to get on the side of the Aces. They were trying to wheel the Aces back in. And Lexie stepped in and sort of killed it. Kelsey Mitchell never took her foot off the gas tonight, by the way. This is the best thing I've seen from Stephanie White all season long. Right here, she was aggravated by the refs already. And in the fourth quarter, 5:35 left, Stephanie White lost her shit on the sideline. She lost her shit. And let me just play this right here. Roll it.
Lost that lead late.
And she's gonna. You see her. You see her just losing it up here, losing it. And she got teed up right there. And Caitlin Clark loved it.
If you're enjoying this, make sure to subscribe, because here's where the story gets beautiful. The Indiana Fever didn't let shady officiating derail them. They took that blown call, shook it off, and then went on to dismantle the Aces so completely that every questionable whistle became irrelevant. What followed was nothing less than basketball poetry, carved up quarter by quarter. In the opening frame, Indiana came out swinging, punching Las Vegas right in the mouth with the first 6 points of the game, and they never looked back. By the end of the quarter, it was 21-14, and you could already tell this wasn't going to be the Aces' night. The Fever lit it up at 52.9% from the field while suffocating Vegas to a miserable 28.6%. Inside the paint, total domination 16-4. From the start, Indiana made it clear they were going to attack the champs exactly where it hurt most.
Really put it on. Right here, you can see 24 points in the first half for the Aces. I mean, seriously, for the Aces. Points in the paint, 38-20. I mean, it was a dominant win by the Indiana Fever.
Second quarter. This is where the Fever flat out stepped on the Aces' throats. Indiana outscored Vegas 25-10, torching the Nets at a jaw-dropping 81.8% from the field while the Aces sputtered at just 23.5%. Inside the paint, the Fever were unstoppable, going a perfect 6-4-6, while Vegas clanked their way to 3 of 13. By halftime, it was 46-24, and let's be honest, the game was already over. And remember that blown call? That possession could have turned into yet another Fever bucket, burying Vegas even deeper. Instead, the refs bailed the champs out with a jump ball, gifting them a lifeline. For a split second, it felt like the officials were ready to tilt the game just enough to keep the defending champs afloat, right when they needed it most.
This defense is playing phenomenal. Oh my God, it's night and day. I think that Commissioner's Cup gave them swag. Now they're swagging it out. I never seen Natasha Howard so aggressive in my life. This girl is beasting now all suddenly. She is beast moding right now. And Timpson, the rookie, getting block shots, getting steals. Aaliyah Boston is just murking, destroying Aja Wilson. I got a Wilson. I got a nickname for Aja Wilson, guys. You know what it is? Whistle Wilson. Because this lady's always getting whistles. She's the person with the special whistle, guys. Every freaking time. And then she goes to the free throw line. Freaking free throw merchant. I think she's related to SGA. But anyway, she's not playing that great.
For the Fever, that blown call was one of those here we go again moments. Everyone in the arena, players, coaches, even the crowd, knew exactly what they just witnessed. Lexie Hull did everything right and still got nothing. That's the kind of missed call that can rattle a young team, especially against a heavyweight like the Aces. For Las Vegas, it was a lifeline. Down big, gasping for offense, and suddenly the refs gift wrap you a 50-50 ball you didn't earn. But instead of momentum shifting, Indiana slammed the door shut. The lead stretched to 68-47 heading into the final quarter. And the fourth? Pure domination. The Aces managed just 7 points in the entire period. 7. That's not championship basketball, that's a total meltdown. The final score, 81-54, doesn't even capture the full extent of the beatdown. The Fever didn't just win, they dismantled what was supposed to be a dynasty.